Happy Friday, first graders. Can you believe that this is our last school Friday together? Yes, that's right. This is our last day of teaching and learning together as first graders for our first grade year. Now, just because this is our last day of learning together does not mean that I want you to stop learning. I always want you to be learning and growing each and every day in your brain and in your body. I want each of you to know how much I've enjoyed being your first grade teacher this year. You guys have brought me lots of joy and lots of laughter, and I've loved being your teacher. I want each of you to know how much I love you and how much I've missed you these last few weeks, and that our learning and this year together has been wonderful. Thank you for all of your hard work. Thank you for doing your best, for growing, for learning, and just being great people. So for our last lesson today, we're going to work on our spelling words, and we're going to reread our story, The House in the Clouds, and do a final set of questions. Now, you will be returning the textbooks, the readers to school, but your workbooks are yours to keep forever and ever. So if there are empty pages that you haven't completed in any of your workbooks, throughout this summer, you are more than welcome to do them to kind of keep your brain fresh and keep in that learning mode so that you will be good and ready for second grade. All right, let's start with our spelling words. Remember, we're ending with the sounds and spellings of A magic E, A-I, and A-Y. So let's read our words one final time together. Here we go. Classmate, gain, brainstorm, airplane, layer, playground, railway, and who. All right, and I'd like to challenge you, have an adult in your house to give you like a little mini spelling quiz over the words, just like Mrs. Hoffman would do if you were in class with me. See if they can say the word to you, and then see if you can spell it correctly all by yourself without looking. All right, and then grade yourself on your spelling test. See how you did with our A sounding words. All right. Now, don't forget how to spell those, even as you go through the summer. When anytime you have to write down a word that has an A sound, think about those different ways that we can spell that word, okay? All right, do you remember our story that we read yesterday, A House in the Clouds? All right, we're going to reread that story today. Reread simply means to read again. So you're going to read the story again, the same story, A House in the Clouds, and then you're going to take your workbook, our Unit 7 workbook, and you're going to turn to 15.2. 15.2, and you have some multiple choice questions on the front. Remember, multiple choice means you choose the one best answer by filling in the circle next to it. And then on the back side of the page, you do have two questions to answer. Now, I know you might notice it says 4 and question 4. This is 4, and obviously the number that comes after 4 is 5. So they just made a mistake numbering in the book. But you have 5 questions today about your story, A House in the Clouds. When you write, be sure that you write with a complete sentence, capital letters and end mark, and good punctuation at the end, the correct punctuation, and good spacing between your words, okay? Now, you might notice that there are more stories that you can read in your K and Martez reader. Okay, this is the book that will need to come back to school, and I will be sending your parents some details about how they can get that back to school. But you can read those stories. There are also lots of workbook pages that we did not get a chance to get to in this Unit 7. You are welcome to do those as extra practice, okay? All right, so even though this is our last video lesson for this year, again, that doesn't mean I want you to stop learning. I want you to keep learning each and every day. Keep reading each and every day. Make sure that your body and your mind is growing as you go through this summer. Thank you so much for being wonderful first graders. I've enjoyed being your teacher. I hope you all have a wonderful summer, and I hope to see you all very soon. I love and miss you guys. Bye.